So it's Monday, and I know I cannot have another week like the week I had previously had. But as I was staring at the keys of my car in the ignition while I'm outside the car looking at them through the locked passenger door window, the week is not off to a good start. And it all started the previous Sunday when my oldest son and I were delivering food to a homeless shelter. He's 11. And as we were loading the food in the car, there was a tray of brisket and it was dripping. So we put it in a garbage bag, but by the time we got to the homeless shelter, it didn't really matter. The thing had just spilled beef juice all over the floor of my car. And I thought, all right, we tried to do something nice. No good deed goes unpunished. It's gonna cost us $200 to get the thing fixed or cleaned up, and worse things have definitely happened. Monday morning, 9 a.m., I'm at a car wash, and they say they need about 2 hours to clean it up, and they always underestimate how long it takes for them to clean, so I wait 4, and I go and I pick it up, and then I drive it to a gas station just across the street, but as I'm pulling up to the pump, this warning hybrid malfunction notification comes on, and I fill the tank, but then the car won't turn on. I call AAA, find out my AAA membership had expired. So I pay it, and then they send a guy. So I wait for the guy to come out. He comes out, he's able to get the thing started. And as I pull out of the gas station parking lot, the same warning system comes on again. There's a dealership just down the street, so I go to the dealership, and then I have to wait a few hours while they inspect it. They call me and they ask me if the car had gone through a car wash with the windows down. There's so much water on the floor inside the car that when you push down on the floor, like a sponge, water would just ooze out. So the car wash had just flooded the inside of the car, shorting out the whole electrical system, $5,800 in damages. I probably shouldn't tell you the name of the car wash because of liability, but like fuck them, because I'm doing a public service when I tell you, do not go to Vermont Hand Wash at the corner of Vermont and Sunset in Echo Park. It was not a good start to the week. Tuesday morning, I'm on the phone with the insurance company to see if they'll cover it, and while I'm away, my kids are with the sitter. We have 4 kids. My oldest daughter, who's 8, decides she needs to put a password on one of the iPads. And honest to God, she blinked and forgot it. So Wednesday morning at 10 a.m., I'm at the Apple store at the Grove, trying to get an appointment with an Apple genius to get the thing unlocked. They said it should be no more than 2 hours, and they'll text me when it's my turn. 3 hours and 10 minutes later, I get a text that it's my turn, and you get so relieved when you've been waiting that long for something. But I then learned that when you're waiting for an Apple genius, it's very similar to waiting for a doctor at a doctor's office, where you sit in a waiting room, and then the nurse comes and calls your name, so that you then go sit in another room by yourself, usually half naked. But at the Apple store, now I'm sitting at a table. They don't let you get naked. They actually prefer you not to be naked, so there was that. But I'm waiting even more now at the Apple store. So I end up being at the Grove for more than 4 hours. Nobody should ever have to be at the Grove for more than 4 hours. So that was Wednesday. My mom, who turned 74 in January, has been battling Parkinson's. And so she can't travel anymore, so she doesn't get to come out and see the grandkids. And she's never had a computer, she doesn't have internet in the house, and the phone she uses is like one step above a burner flip phone. So for her birthday, I bought her an iPhone, and I sent it to her, and she got it, she set it up, and she put a password on it, so you can guess where this is gonna go. A week later, she's hospitalized, and then she's in a rehabilitation for 2 weeks. So she doesn't get home for 3 weeks, and then she's forgotten the password. And because she's not mobile, she can't go to an AT&T store to get the thing properly reset. And my aunt tries for half a day, and she's unsuccessful. So I happen to be the only other person who's authorized to make changes onto my mom's account, and so they mail me the phone from Cleveland. It arrives Thursday night. So my Friday is spent getting this phone unlocked. I think my biggest problem with all these events this week leading up to locking my keys in the car was that in each of these situations, I'm waiting for somebody else to come and fix and help me with whatever problem. In each situation, I'm completely powerless dealing with these issues that I did not create, but am now spending my week fixing. Sorry, breakfast burrito. I have to wait for the car wash to wash the car. I have to wait for the AAA guy to come and get me going again. I have to wait for the dealership to tell me what's wrong with the car. And then I have to wait for them to fix the car, which took 5 weeks, by the way. And then I had to wait with the Apple Store for them to fix the iPad. I had to wait on the phone with AT&T to get my mom's phone unlocked. In each one of these situations, I am completely helpless and need someone else who has the tools and the skills that I don't possess to fix it. And at that point, I'm just frustrated. So as I'm standing there looking at my keys in the ignition of a locked car, and it's not that I just needed a break or needed something to be easy, I just needed a win at that point. So I'm back on the phone with AAA and wait for the AAA guy to come. And he takes that flat piece of metal and he's shoving it down the window to try to unlock the door, and it's not unlocking. Then he takes this plastic triangle that looks like a doorstop and he shoves it in the seam of the door, which opens up the top of it a little bit. And then he takes this balloon type thing and inflates it so it opens up a little bit more, and the top of the window's the door is bent open, and I'm waiting for the window to shatter. Then he takes this long metal bar. It's like a steel bar, it's a little arch, there's a thing at the end, and he tries to use that to jimmy open the lock. It's the kind of lock you have to pinch and just pull up on. But he tries for a few minutes and it's not working. And I have a tool that they can use to unlock those specific locks, so he goes to his truck and digs around for it to try to pull it out, but it's not in there. Someone had borrowed it from his truck and they didn't put it back in. So now he is going to call the garage, and we're going to wait while somebody brings that tool for him to be able to unlock it. And while he's on the phone, he hands me the metal bar and he says, "Feel free to try." Now, I'm actually pretty handy, and I don't have a lot of specific tools, so I've really learned how to get the job done without the right equipment. So I take the metal bar and I wedge it between the lock and the window with a twist. And then I lift up. And the second time, I unlock the fucking door. I fixed my problem. Thank you very much. Not anyone else, me. I really needed a win that week, and I got it. I didn't have the tools to do it myself, but that's how life sometimes is. Sometimes in our life, the keys to our success are right in front of us and locked away, and we just need a little help getting to them. Thank you, guys.